Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day everyone. Welcome back to part 3 for this topic sewerage works. So for this topic, we have learned about how to excavate the trenches for sewerage works, the pipe works, and now we are looking at the pipes protections. Pipe protections can be referred to section V.4.1 A, B, and C. So there are three terms that you need to understand here. The first is the beds, the benching, and the covering. So basically, this is your drain excavation, right? And then you're gonna have your pipe here. So this is a drain, and this is the pipe. And normally for the covering, benching, and so on, okay, there will be a covering as a bed. Sorry, there will be a bed here. Okay, this is what we call as a bed. Benching. Okay, this is what we call as a benching. And covering. We'll be covering the whole piping works. This is what we call as a covering. So these three terms that you really need to understand and when to use it and how to use it. So it is measured in linear meter. Okay, each measure separately, which means if you have all these three items, it should be falls under three different description. Okay, item description stated width and thickness of each items, the materials which is to be constructed, and typically in situ, and nominal size of the pipe that to be protected. Okay, this is an example of a benching. This is what we call as a benching, and this is a bed. Okay, this is bed, and this is benching. Okay, so in situ concrete grade 15 plan bed. Okay, this is bed. Size 700 mm wide, 150 thick to receive 150 m diameter pipes, including all necessary formwork laid on earth. So the second one is a second item. This is for the haunching. Haunching or what we call as a benching. Okay, typical description, just that you need to mention whether it is a bed or it's a haunching or covering. Okay, I would like to introduce you to the schedule of a pipe run. So, schedule of a pipe run is a preferable method to be used because it will give a clearer picture about your pipe run. Okay, and this will replace the preparation of taking off lease. Certain calculation can be conducted in schedule itself, for example, the depth of trench excavation. So this is a schedule of a pipe run. Okay, drain pipe run. Okay, if we look at this, remember in the previous notes, it is stated that your piping must be from faces of manhole to another faces of manhole, including the manhole wall thickness, and it must be sequential, which means MH1 to MH2, MH2 ke MH3. That's right. So you need to understand, okay, what will be the length for A? This is what we call as internal faces of manhole length. Okay, this is A. And B, okay, this is B. B is the external faces of the manhole. This is B. C is the excavation between the faces of manhole. It's LEN stands for the length, BET stands for between. Okay, and depth of excavation is D, from the ground to the invert level, here. Okay, and then this is a depth of excavation, and then you need to know average depth of excavation nearest to 250, and there will be a pipe, the types, okay, here, the size, and whether you have band or reducer. You can add in more column if you need, and if you have more fittings that be used in the piping system. And the third column is a pipe protection, whether you have bed, haunching, or surround. Surround is what we call as a covering, haunching is what we call as benching. Okay, so get yourself familiar with this drain pipe run schedule, because we're gonna use this in your taking off. So now let's see at the manhole. Manhole is just like how you do a sump. It's an items that involving excavation. Excavation pit normally will be referred to section D. Okay, if you look at V.6.3, it says that excavation, concrete work, brickwork, and other work shall be given in accordance with the appropriate sections. So if it excavation, normally will refer to section D. Disposal of surface water, also section V and D. Concrete base, normally section F. Manhole, okay, manhole we have formwork, reinforcement, concrete slab, brickwork, rendering, step iron, benching, channel, manhole, and built-in end of pipe. Don't forget to end your sewerage calculation or taking off. You need to have item for connection to mains, connection to existing works, and testing. So remember, when you do manhole, just like the sump that we discussed last week, and you should refer to section V.6.1, where you need to have this item for a typical heading. Okay. So this is the example of manhole. Okay, this is manhole 1. For instance, you have manhole 2. And you have your piping here. Okay, and then this is what we call as a faces of the manhole. So the length will be taken to here, from here to here, and manhole, this is your manhole. Okay. So this is how they construct a manhole. This is how they connect the piping to your manhole system. Okay, this is what I mentioned previously, where your heading must have this opening heading, and then excavation pit, since we refer to section D, so it must come together with first excavation pit. Okay, it also involve extra over in rock. You should have item for disposal of excavated material. Okay, you should have item for filling, if any. And lastly, you should have item for disposal of water. Okay, excavation pit. Since 7 number, but here for number, why? Because they have a different size of manhole. So Okay, description, you should have the heading, and then you need to mention dimension of your manhole. Okay, in how many numbers in your PQ. So don't forget, you need to mention the maximum depth as well. So if you have a different maximum depth, it should be separated. So if you have a different size, both plan dimension, you need to put in other description as well. Okay, this is what we call as channel. Okay, where it will helps you to flow your water. And this is the example of brick. Okay, manhole using brick wall. Okay, this is how you describe it. Channel, half round glazed vitreous clayway. This is the types and the size, whether it's straight or band. Okay, how long, and then you need to mention how you bedded and jointed that. Okay, so this is a range of branches. Okay, there are various type of branches in the manhole. Okay, one, second and third, and this is what we call as a benching here, and then this is what we call as a thread channel. Okay, and then this is what we call as a channel junction, and this is a branch channel. So here, which means here is what we call a straight channel, this is what we call as a channel junction, and this is what we call as a branch channel. Okay, this is the intercepting traps. Okay, so as highlighted, in red. Okay, and this is the intercepting trap, so it will be measured in number. Okay, this is a backdrop. Normally you describe it in number. Next one, we have manhole schedule. For manhole schedule, we are going to use this as well in the class. So it will basically, just like you did your summed schedule. So basically you have number of manhole that involve, how many, quantity, what will be the size, depth of excavation, and so on. Okay, we'll discuss whether this in our in our WebEx class. So this is how you are going to describe item for connecting ends to the drain pipes. Okay, and then this is connecting to the public main. Okay, and item for testing. Okay, so I think it's a tutorial time. Thank you very much everyone. So I'm gonna meet you during our online class discussion. So please get ready with your drawings, of course your standard method of measurements, the schedules for the sewerage schedule, and also for the manhole schedule. And I'll see you next week. Assalamualaikum and have a great day everyone.